Hey y'all, it's your favorite duck here, Derek the Duck. And today we're going to talk about the new American Express Platinum card. It's their new Platinum Refresh or Reimagining. Just stop, okay? They just want more of my money. I'm already having enough problems as it is. I have no air conditioning in this house. It's 100 degrees outside every day here in Texas. I'm stuck in this little bedroom because that's the only place where I have a little window unit air conditioning. I'm sorry, because I don't want to spend $5,000 to repair a tiny leak in the coolant system of the AC. Okay, I don't want to do it. I don't want to do it. It's not that I can't do it, it's that I don't want to do it. Okay, I don't like throwing money away. How am I supposed to get rich if I'm just throwing money away? All that to say that I am displeased to see that my beloved American Express card is trying to play games with the duck. What is this? What's happening? I've had this card for what, 12 years now? Look at this. Look at this very old version, this plastic version, where they used to have the number on the front. Those are good times. The Ameriprise version of it, that was pretty cool. Remember this one? The Mercedes-Benz version? That was fun. The Morgan Stanley version? Yes, 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 yes. Business cards, and I mean, I've had so many of these. The one I use the most, um, the only one that I have anymore these days is this, the Amex Platinum Charles Schwab version of the card. Because I think it just has the best benefits in that it gives you that 1.1% return on the membership rewards points. My favorite, though, of all was the very rare yellow card. Only 1,000 of these were ever made, so that's special. But that brings us to this week. And a few days ago, there was a big announcement on the Amex website. We're on the Amex website right now. Let's check it out. What in the world is this? Why am I looking here, and why does it say the annual fee is now $895? It was $695, and that was already too much. Remember when it was $400? Those are the good old days. Why is it $895? Okay, we need to talk about this. We need to talk about it right now. You and I, we are going to sit here and we're going to do a cost benefit analysis on this, all right? Because we need to see if we need to call in and cancel this card, because I don't know. I think I'm just done. I think I'm just done. We'll see. The Ducks, Amex, Platinum, Refresh. I hate when people say that. All right. So what do we know? Well, we know $895 is the annual fee. Am I happy about it? No. Do I know about it? Yes. Okay, $895 annual fee. Let's talk about this. Okay, what's going on over here? Now in a limited edition mirror design. Okay, first of all, that's not exactly true. All right, so I had heard that for the Charles Schwab version, if you were to call in and ask them, that they'll send you a new one, but it won't be the mirror design. And I was like, I don't know if that's true. So I went and tested it out. I wrote to them a few days ago. I went on their little website and I said, send me a new one. And I got it all UPS, urgent mail the next day, extremely urgent. And it comes out exactly the same. Yes, it's true. They won't do it if they won't give you that mirror design. I wanted to add it to my little collection. Well, I do have the yellow card, so I don't really need to have the mirror version after all. But I'm very disappointed that they wouldn't give me the mirror version. So no, I don't. I thought it was going to be really cool. I was going to make this nice YouTube short showing it like, in mirrors and stuff, and I can't even do that now. So I'm already very disappointed in this. I'm going to put over here zero benefit, mirror not provided. Very disappointed in that. How could they do that to me? In fact, I feel like I just lost money. But whatever. So let's see what else is going on here. Let's talk about these benefits, okay? Let's see. Well, there's benefits. They're saying all these benefits. Let's really see if that's true. Premium travel. Elevated. Oh my God, I'm so tired of those words. Refresh and elevated. Just stop. 5x points on flights and hotels. It was always that way. It was always that way. Well, for the last 4 or 5 years, it's been. What else is this? This is per calendar year, up to 500,000. I mean, that's something, right? I mean, I do a lot of travel on these things. I mean, I, but not that much. I mean, I'm a credit card churner, so a lot of my trips are free. Um, my flights, I'm using points and miles that I was able to churn. When I go to Vegas, all the hotels are free, so I would say that this isn't that much. Maybe I spend, I'll just say $5,000 a year um, on these things. Now remember, it's not just 5% for me, it's 5.5, right? Because I get 1.1% with the Schwab version of it. So whatever. Let's just say that I get this, and so about $275 in travel 5x membership reward points. Maybe, all right? Um, that still isn't giving me back my money. And I could have just as well done that 270, gotten those points off of one of my other credit cards. But my other credit cards probably have about 3% for travel on some of them. So really, the difference between using, let's say, like some Bank of America card or this one is about maybe like 2.5%. So, because I could have, like I said, I could have just used a different credit card. I don't have to use the Amex one. So I'm going to go ahead and say that it's like the profit off of this is really about that. I'm going to say about 125 is what I'm getting. Um, kind of a profit. Yeah, okay. I'm not impressed. I'm not impressed. Global Lounge Collection. Okay, let's talk about this. How many times have I gone to the Centurion this year? Actually, not as many as you'd think. Um, more and more, I'm going to the Capital One Lounge. The Centurions are always ridiculously overcrowded. Uh, I'm so tired of getting on wait lists and doing QR codes. And it's like, I'm here, my flight's gonna be here in 10 minutes. Just, let me get a glass of cheap house wine and a dinner roll and be on my way. And they're like, no. I'm just so, what are you doing? Who do they think they are? I've been just kind of really disappointed in the quality of these Centurion lounges. They're overfilled. Now, the idea is, okay, we're going to raise the annual fee so there won't be as many people there. Okay. I've gone about 10 times this year. Mostly, I don't even go to the Centurion Lounge. I go to the Capital One Lounge. As I said, it's just so much better. They treat me so much better there. Um, they allow morning alcoholic, like top shelf liqueur I'm really tired of going to the Centurion Lounge and then being like, well, it's 9 in the morning, and so therefore you can only have a mimosa or a Bloody Mary. And I'm like, no, you know, you don't know me. I'm still on Berlin time or whatever I was just in. I don't really know the time zones. But it's like, if I want an old fashioned at 9 in the morning because I'm still in some other country's time zone, that should be okay. Like, don't judge me with your little, no. You know, I'm in Texas. I'm getting judged all the time with what I want to drink. I do not like that. I do not like that at all. The Capital One Lounge is so much better. They let me drink whatever I want, whenever I want, the way it should be. So no, I'm just getting upset. I'm getting very upset going there. I don't like all these limits they put on me. I don't like, the one in Las Vegas has like two tiny little bathrooms, and they're always out of order or something. And it's just, and when you go in there, they're just dirty, and it's like I might as well. And there's this line of people pressuring me. They're like, "Are you finished?" And I'm like, "It's my little private restroom." And it's like, why is there a line of people waiting for me? And at least at the Capital One, you get your own pod and no one can see you and pressure you and tell you to get out of that stall or anything like that. This is just, I'm really tired of the lounges. I'm not happy with them at all. And I fill out those little things, and I tell them that I'm not happy. I'm just not happy. The food is always the same. I mean, I guess it's always the same in the Capital One lounges too. But they're just, and they don't give me a to-go bag on my way out to enjoy snacks on the plane the way the Capital One does. So I don't know. It's just getting exhausting to me. I'm starting to feel more and more stressed going to the lounge than not going to the lounge. So I don't really know how to value that. If I went, I think next year I'm probably, or at least, so I've gone about 10 times, but I was so stressed in a lot of them that I feel like I really only enjoyed maybe 5 times this year. And it's about $50 to get in there. I'm going to just say value of, Centurion Lounge for the year. I mean, I imagine I'll probably go even less next year. It's very overwhelming to me, and it makes me very upset. Let's see what else. What else do we have here? Okay, now this is the one that people have been talking about. Let's look into this. The $600 hotel credit. With over 3,000 hotels where you can access a suite of benefits, get up to $300 back in statement credits semi-annually. What the heck? So you're telling me that if I want to spend 2 nights at, the Bellagio or something, I can't spend them consecutively. I have to do one 300 night between January and June, and then another $300 night between July and December. I don't like this either, this hotel collection thing. It requires a minimum 2 night stay. That's stupid. I always hated that. So now, I want to stay, let's say I want to stay at the Aria or something in Vegas. It costs $300 for one night, but I'm forced with this little language here to spend 2 nights, right? And yeah, I get one of those $300 back, but I'm still spending $300 because of the second night, and it's like, why am I just not getting all of this for free? I don't like being pushed into something like that. Hotel collection bookings are always expensive, and this one too. Fine resorts and hotels is a little different. That's a little better. That one you can stay for one night. Okay, let's say I'm gonna go to Vegas. Let's say I'm gonna go, I don't know, Friday, September 26th, and leave on Saturday the 27th. Well, this one's not too bad. Um, I could go stay at the Fontainebleau, and yes, that is how it should be pronounced. $374 a night. So if I get one night on this, and I do get this $100 Fine Hotels benefit, I do like that. I can't do 2 nights for this. I'd have to do one night. So 300 for semi-annual um, hotel stay, hotel stay one, and then another one. So far it's looking like 975. You know, I'm probably going to go to that lounge a little less than that, maybe 3 times next year. 875, still not really working out. I am going to get this $100 fine hotels food and beverage credit. That's not a bad deal. That's not a bad deal at all. Okay. All right. Well, I'm not so angry right now. That's pretty cool. Man, look at that Four Seasons. Wouldn't that be nice? Wouldn't that be nice to stay there at the Four Seasons and then get $600 off of that night? Yeah, but I can't do that because I can only get $300 off at a time. I don't like that. Now I'm out there traveling twice and paying resort fees and taxes and whatnot. And it's like, oh, I'm spending money that I really didn't want to, but whatever. Okay, let's keep looking. $200 Uber credit, Uber Cash. Well, we already get that, and they do it in these horrible little 15-minute increments. I mean, I do use them throughout the year. You know, sometimes I'm stuck in Vegas and I don't want to take the bus or whatever. I use them, and sometimes I do get Uber Eats. But the thing is, those things are overpriced, and you know, it's like, why am I paying for that? I could get the same thing from Dollar Tree for like a tiny fraction of the price. But so yeah, I'm getting money from it, but I'm not really getting all of that money. Um, so Uber and Uber Eats, I'm gonna get 200. But like I said, it's money that I wasn't gonna use for like those Uber Eats. So it feels like I'm buying something I wasn't going to buy. So honestly, I feel like it's more like 100. I mean, I know it's supposed to be 200. In fact, I want to write over here what these things are. So this is their advertised value, right? I'm going to change those things. So that mirror thing, they're not advertising that anything, and it really has no value. This would probably be, for me, 5,000 times 5.5, about 275. Value of the Centurion Lounge. I mean, they think I'm going to be going there a whole bunch of times. They think I'm probably going to go 10 times a year, but I'm really only going to go about 3 because that's the only times I'm going to be able to get in. Semi-annual hotel stay, yeah, well, that's a pretty good deal. But I feel like I'm going to be pressured into paying for a more expensive hotel that I wouldn't have done anyway. I'll probably lose some money on resort fees or some kind of taxes, like just going over the 300. Like if I had my way, I wouldn't be paying anything at all. I'd be using points, that sort of thing. And now all of a sudden I'm paying maybe $40 or $50. I feel like it would be an overage. So I don't feel like I'm going to get that full 300 value. I feel like it's more like 250. The fine hotels food and beverage credit. Now that I can't really. I mean, I'm going to want to eat in those nice places, and it is expensive. The Uber, though, I'm not liking that. I feel like I'm paying for something that I probably wouldn't have with like the Uber Eats. Although sometimes, like my mom will ask me to buy something on Uber Eats, and then she'll pay me back. And in that sense, I am getting all of my money back. I would say not all the time. Say I probably am going to get $75 worth of that 100 that I'll feel comfortable with. Okay. Anyway, and I don't like the way they put them up in little segments like that. Why don't they just give me the full 200 into my account? Well, I mean, I can see why, but what is this? A 120 Uber One credit. As a Platinum Card member, you can get 120 in statement credits each calendar year after you purchase this thing. What am I going to do with Uber One? I mean, I don't even really know what Uber One is. It's going to take away like a couple of fees, right? It's like, no, I think I'm only going to get about $20 out of that. They're calling it 120. I'm probably not going to get much out of that. I don't really like Uber. I get angry with them a lot. They always mess things up. What else do we have here? The Clear Plus credit, $209 a year. Well, that's all great and all, but I use TSA PreCheck most of the time. The line is usually shorter, and a lot of places they still make you go through that horrible machine, and I just feel like it has too many X-rays and stuff. I'd rather go through just the metal detector. That's just like, I think, healthier. And I've noticed that a lot of places, the clear people still have to go through that ridiculous machine. They just get a little further up to the front. And the backscatter, which is horrible. I don't want everyone to see my business. I don't really like that. Clear is great. I've only used it like once the last year because I was running super late to something, and I couldn't even find the TSA PreCheck. It was like on another end, and I was just so grateful that I could get in. I would say, honestly, it's probably worth $20. Yeah, for me, it is. I don't like that machine. Okay. Travel insurances. Now, that was actually very good for me this year. I was very pleased. I got stuck in Dubai this year because I was caught in the middle of like war or something, and yeah, and they closed the airspace in the United Arab Emirates for a few days um, because there was some kind of unrest, and I was stuck, and my flight was canceled. I had to stay overnight in a hotel because British Airways canceled my flight, and other airlines were canceling too. But I was able to get Emirates Airlines or Airways. I don't think they actually have a name. I think they're just called Emirates. I was able to get a flight on there, and but I had to stay overnight. I had to eat extra, so and I got to stay at a really nice hotel there, and eat a lot of food, and they covered everything. That was a huge deal for me this year, and I was really, really happy. So that was like, yeah, that was like 500 for the travel. Um, what's it called? Trip interruption insurance. And Amex was very good about that. Um, and I think you can do that twice a year. So that's like $1,000 really. It's rare that I've used that benefit, but they really took care of me while I was stuck over there, and I was very grateful for that. That was nice. That was really nice. Although I will say, knowing that I was going to do that, like, I ate more than I normally would have, and yeah, yeah. So I was grateful for that. That was a pretty good deal. They're good about that. Amex is good, and they like support you. Amex Platinum doesn't play around. They're not gonna like go crazy and like make you feel like you're on trial for like all of this. They just like listened to me and were very nice and just approved it. It was awesome. They were good about that. So I like that. Yeah, as you can see here, they'll do $500 per trip, um, maximum 2 claims per 12 consecutive month period. So yeah, it's about $1,000 that trip delay. Um, and well, I mean that was the trip delay, I think, and that it's kind of confusing. The three different kinds. There's trip delay, trip cancellation, interruption, and car rental loss. Now, trip cancellation and interruption, I've never used this one. This is a little more of a heavy one where you can get up to $10,000 per trip. Um, but this is a little more intense. Um, if you purchase a round trip entirely with your eligible card and a covered reason cancels or interrupts your trip, now these covered reasons are a little more advanced than I'm willing to get into, but no, I doubt I will be using that. And if I am in a situation like that, then I've got bigger problems than that. So okay, I doubt that I'll use that, but it exists. What do we have here? Dining and entertainment. Okay, let's talk about this. $400. What? How do you pronounce that? Resi. Razy. Huzi is the French. Huzi. I guess resi, probably for reservation. I don't know. I've never heard anyone say it out loud. Get up to $100 in statement credits each quarter. Okay, now I have to do like calendar math to make eligible purchases with Resi, including dining purchases at over 10,000 U.S. Resi restaurants. Enrollment required. Okay. Technically, we're in a quarter right now. So it's what, September 22nd? I have, what, 8 days to use one and see if it actually works. I don't know if it will. Maybe it will. Um, Huzi. What the heck is Resi? Resi. So I think if you go to a Resi place and Amex actually owns Resi, um, you just use the platinum card there to make a purchase with Resi, including dining purchases. And okay, let's check it out. I'm in Texas. Let's see if there are even if climbing. Well, I don't go climbing, so I'm not interested in what that is. Let's see if there's anything I would actually want anywhere nearby. I've never eaten at any of these places. I've barely even heard of any of these places. Wait a minute, is this all that there are in San Antonio? What, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, just 8? I thought there were 10,000. J. Alexander's is nice. So J. Alexander's is close by. Um, I guess I could go there every day. The thing is, it's overpriced. I. It's an expensive steakhouse. Like, what about like Torchy's Tacos or Popeyes or something? Is that on their Resi? There's no Popeyes? Well, what am I supposed to eat? They want me to go to this fancy schmancy place? J. Alexander's. Let's see the menu. It's PDF. So, I mean, I guess I could go there and eat something for $100. How much is a burger? $19. That's about right. New York strip steak, $46. A little filet mignon, 47. I guess I could eat two of them. House-made desserts. Oh, that's nice. Oh, wine. Now we're talking. The Prisoner Red Blend. Oh, that's nice. Oh. Could I just like go there and drink like The Prisoner? Just get that whole bottle and then leave. Handcrafted martinis. Oh, that 21 Manhattan looks real good. They don't even have a price on it. It's probably 20 bucks. Yeah, this isn't too bad. This isn't bad at all. So you're telling me I can go there and eat at J. Alexander's and have a big old bottle of wine and an old fashioned and have an old fashioned and an old fashioned cheeseburger. That's a pretty good deal. That's a pretty good deal. Yeah, I'll say the Resi thing is a pretty good deal. Especially if like I could get this meal reimbursed. That's when it would really work. Yeah, sometimes like if the whole family wants to go out and eat, um, like maybe I'll put it on my credit card and everyone will reimburse me or something like that. In that case, it could really work. But we'd all only be able to eat at J. Alexander's because that's the only place like that I saw on there that's even nearby. So, you know, the Resi at, J. Alexander's only. I wonder if there's any Resis in Vegas because I go to Las Vegas a lot. Let's see. You know, I don't even know where these places are. So I'm going to Vegas and you're telling me there's only one place? You want me to go way out here with my Uber One? What is this? The Golden Tiki. What? What is this? It's all these like weird little places far away. So like nothing on the strip. Nothing near the Excalibur or anything. Is that what you're telling me? What kind of steakhouses do they have? Still nothing. This place, this Barry's. What's Barry's Downtown Prime? I mean, I don't even know where this place is. It's too far away from everything. They don't have much of a selection. I thought they said there were thousands of them. Um, oh, this isn't so bad. Look, there's something right next to Harrah's. What is this? Diner Ross? Like Diana Ross? So a little diner. Oh, next to the horseshoe? Rosa Mexicano? Zuma? STK Las Vegas? That's not too bad. Oh, that's nice. Oh, that's not too shabby at all. Oh, look at that. Well, okay. STK Las Vegas. Okay, not too bad. Resi's not the worst thing. Now, I am going to be paying for a lot of food that I wouldn't normally pay for because when I go traveling, I usually eat at Walgreens or Denny's in Vegas. Um, but, especially if I'm, meeting someone or it might get reimbursed in some way, then I'll go to somewhere nice like these places. Resi. $300 digital entertainment credit. So we get 25 a month. Don't we already get that? I do like it from a Hulu. Do I get it for Hulu? Yeah, I do use that. I do use that. I need my Hulu, and I was gonna use Hulu even if I didn't. So yeah. Now I heard that they've moved it up to you can use it on YouTube TV, which is great. Um, I would definitely use that. Global dining access by Resi. Special access when you add your platinum card. I mean, I don't think that's ever worked. More dining, platinum nights by Resi. Okay, they have to stop saying that word. I'm never gonna do any of those. Lululemon. I'm not sure how that's pronounced. Lululemon. Okay, I'm sorry. I'm one of those people that does not believe in wearing leggings or tights as a man. I know a lot of these people these days think it's okay, and that's fine. If you want a shapely, if you want, if you are a man who wants to look like Kim Kardashian, that's fine. I don't do leggings, okay? So I'm not going to judge you. You can have all the curves you want. Not the duck. I go straight down. Just it's like on a bathroom symbol. It's just arms and leg. It goes straight. There's no. It doesn't shoot like that. I don't believe, and I don't want giant, big, and no giant like clown shoes because my pants went all the way down like this. I can't do leggings. I don't do leggings. I don't know what you want. I'm not wearing that shit. Lulu, 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 Lemon, Lululemon. Is there anything good here at all for like a man? Men. No, I'm not going to wear tights like that. I don't wear sweatpants in public. I mean, if you want to be comfortable, then just stay home in your pajamas. Um, I just, okay, joggers is not a word. It wasn't a word 5 years ago, and you can't just make it happen today. Is there anything that looks at least decent? Okay, none of these are real. That is not dress pants. Your pants should not be stretched. None of this is, no. I don't know why anyone would walk out of the house wearing this. Gross. What else? Is there anything normal? Are there any shirts like with a giant like buffalo on them or something? I might get a shirt with a buffalo. Let's see. T-shirts. They don't. These shirts just have like one color on them. There's no buffaloes on here. How much did this? $60 for a little. $80 for that shirt, for that T-shirt that looks just like this. $80. You want me to spend my money on this? No. Uh-uh. This clothes is all crap. All of it. Joggers is not a word. A water bottle? How much does a water bottle cost? I mean, I already have 100 water bottles. I get them for free. $50 for a water bottle that says Lululemons on it? $50. What is a bucket hat? Why would anyone walk outside with that on their head? I got a popcorn bucket the other day at the movies. I'll throw that on my head. Why would I pay for that thing? Keychains? Who even has keys anymore? This is very upsetting. I don't understand what any of this is. It's all ugly and stupid and expensive. And they probably have something that says you can't use a gift card. But they say the same thing on Saks Fifth Avenue, and I do those all the time. But Saks Fifth Avenue is also trash. So, I don't know. $300 Lululemon. Now that one's in quarters too. Oh my God. How you have to have a very sophisticated spreadsheet to be able to handle um, Lululemon quarter one, to be able to handle this. Honestly, none of this is good. None of it at all. It's all zero. I mean, I guess I can get someone a keychain or a water bottle for Christmas, but even that feels just dumb. Like, whatever. I could have just made him something, you know, out of yarn and some and a cardboard box and yarn. I could have like made something special instead of getting them this horrible stuff from Lululemon. I mean, it's not worth any of it to me. I don't like it, so no. Walmart Plus Credit. How many years have I had that and I have not used it even once? I mean, I get that Paramount Plus thing, which comes with it, but there's like never anything on there, so it's a waste. They say it's 100 Walmart Plus. I'm saying it's worth nothing. I'm never going to use that. I'm going to do order stuff from Walmart? No. Saks credit. Just more trash. More trash. You can't even find a $50 pair of socks. I know, I've looked. And I'm not even going to spend time looking for that again. And this is the semi-annually, so you have to like really get your calendar going on this one. It's just so infuriating. Okay, what else do we have? This thing is so stupid, I can't even talk about it. The, please don't make me try to pronounce this. Aura? Aura? Why? What does that even mean? An aura ring. So you have to get this horrible ring, and you can't really give them out as gifts because they're like different sizes, and like you have to size people. $200 in statement credits when you use it to purchase. First of all, they all cost like $199, so you're going to pay for shipping, you're going to pay for taxes, and then you have to pay like a monthly fee on these things too. Like, I don't know, like $5 or $10 a month, so that they can like get all of your personal information. There's already Fitbits and stuff. I think this is stupid, and I am not going to get it. I'm not even going to get that as a present because no one should be burdened with that, having to pay for this. That's worth nothing. Equinox credit, $300. Simply use your platinum to pay for an Equinox digital subscription or a club membership. Okay, let's see. Equinox. Let's see how close they are to my location. The only Equinox near me is in Austin, and I don't live in Austin anymore. So you want me to drive an hour and a half to get to this place, and it closes at 10 p.m. It probably closed by the time I get there. Equinox Austin, a gym. Well, that does look nice. Yeah, that's too far away. They don't even have one in every city. So I know that they're excited about it. I will get no value out of that. This is all money that I'm leaving on the table that I can't use. Amex offers? No. Well, I think that's just about it. 895. How much do I think I'm going to get out of this per year? 2,190? Maybe. I mean, I'm probably going to get stuck in another trip delay thing. The digital entertainment is pretty good. I'll give them that. No to Lululemon. No to Saks. No to that Aura ring. No to Equinox. Um, Resi is not too bad, but it's paying for something that I probably wouldn't have paid for anyway. But it's a nice little perk. I mean, it's a nice little perk, but I'm I am paying for it because I'm paying 895 a year so I can eat at J. Alexander's over and over and over again. I mean, I feel like I wouldn't like that's not something I would do, you know. So, I think that's a little overvalued. I'm going to just say $50 is what I'm going to get out of it. Clear Plus, yeah, 20 bucks. Probably going to get about, I don't know, $50 really out of Uber and Uber Eats. Like, just the overage value, you know what I'm saying? Fine hotels, food and credit. I mean, I probably wouldn't have eaten at all. But now I'm paying $895 so I can get $100 off the food. That's about $50 really. Semi-annual hotel stay. Yeah, that's pretty nice. Centurion Lounge, I don't know, more like $100 a year. The profit on those MRs that I wouldn't have been using, I mean, I don't know, probably more like 75 or 100. The semi-annual hotel stay, I feel like it's paying for something I wouldn't have done. I think it's closer to 200. Now I do like that digital. This is something that I would have done anyway. Those are the important ones. Like, I'm going to put that in bold. I would have done the digital entertainment credit anyway. And the trip delay insurance, I'm going to need that. Probably. I don't know. Like, that's why it's so important because I would have done it anyway. Um, Uber and Uber Eats, I do that a lot. I do the Uber. In fact, I'll go ahead and just say I do it all for 100. Yeah. If I'm really thinking about it, if I'm really thinking about what I would have done anyway, even if I didn't have the Amex Platinum card, I'm going to highlight the most important ones. Uber and Uber Eats, I'm going to do that um, anyway. I'm going to do the $300 digital entertainment credit. That's a good one. Uh, these other ones are nice, but I don't know if I would have done them anyway, you know. I mean, I am going to eat. Oh, God, this thing is so stupid. I am going to eat, obviously. So I'll probably do about, like, I would have done $50 at these places. So, really, what we're talking about, if we really want to think about it, and when we're talking about Centurion, on those days when I go there, yeah, I probably would have, like, throughout a year, spent maybe $100 at various airports throughout the year on snacks and stuff. So, yeah, I can see spending 100. Everything else really is just no. You know, I wasn't gonna spend money on that hotel. I wasn't gonna be doing any of this. None of this was actually real. Um, I mean, they're great, but And I can see myself, I mean, but then again, okay, I'll get $500 for trip delay insurance, but I had to pay $895 for the card. Why don't I just cut out the middleman in that sense and just pay for the issues that arose with the trip delay? So 0 on that. We're coming out with what I actually would have paid, um, approximately $700 is what I feel is really what I would have been paying for. Oh, and I almost forgot about the $200 annual airline incidental credit. Again, this isn't something that I would normally use, including, banking these credits with certain airlines because I travel with miles for free. And the fact that the card costs $895 is not good. Not good. I feel like it's too much money. So here's my plan. When I get to my end of the year, which is in a few months, I'll call and see if they can do a retention offer. If they can knock off a couple of hundred and say, okay, or if you spend a little bit, we'll give you 30,000 MR points or something like that, then I'll keep it. But if they don't help me at all, if they say, no, you need to pay $895 moving forward, then I am going to look at this and tell them, no, you're charging me too much for things that I either could have bought on my own, or that I didn't need, or something like that. So yeah, most of those things I don't need, but I would say it's worth about 700. So the fact that it's 695 now, that is where it should be for me. That's why I'm okay with it now. But 895, not worth it. So you've heard the Ducks final review. This is too much money. I get that these benefits are cool, but they're not something I would have done anyway. So I'm paying more for a card just to get more benefits that I wasn't really going to get in the first place. I know they're going to argue with me when I call and try to cancel it. They're going to say, well, we're giving you thousands of dollars in things. Yeah, you're giving me thousands of dollars in things that I wasn't going to need, that I wasn't going to use anyway. I was never going to go and buy tights at Lululemon's. That was never going to happen, and it will never happen. And the fact that you're giving me $75 a month to do so, it doesn't really make sense. Now I have to resell all of this stuff. I have to get gift cards. It's just going to be more pain than it's worth. Overall, my verdict is try to get the card renewed for free as a retention offer, but I do believe $895 is too much, at least for me anyway. So thank you for listening to me. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and do your own. What I mean about this is do your own analysis and see what you would really want. If they would just give me that mirror, then I don't know. I feel like that would be worth $200, and I would be so happy. And then we're talking 900, and I would totally be into the card. The fact that they're not doing that is so infuriating to me. I can't even talk about it. So yeah, none of this is really good. I'm not really happy with it. But the point is, do your own analysis. See what you would have wanted, and that will tell you whether or not the card is right for you. So yeah, hope you enjoyed this video, and we'll see you next time.